Artlist.io. Music licensing reimagined. Artlist.io. Music license. Artlist.io. Music licensing reimagined. Artlist.io. Music licensing reimagined. Artlist.io. Music licensing reimagined. Artlist.io. Music license. Artlist.io. Music licensing reimagined.
Roller derby is played in increments called jams. Each jam lasts up to 2 minutes. Both teams field up to 5 skaters at the start of the jam. 4 of these skaters are called blockers, and 1 is called the jammer. The jammer wears a helmet cover with a star on it and scores points for the team. The blockers are playing both offense and defense at the same time, and together they make up what is called the pack. The 2 jammers start each jam behind the pack and must get through all of these skaters for an initial pass before they can begin to score points. When the initial pass is complete, a jammer can score 1 point for every opponent they pass with their hips. The first jammer out of the pack legally is declared lead jammer, which means they can end the jam anytime they want before the 2 minutes are up. Sounds easy, right?
Are live out there in the Twitch land now that you've watched your Derby 101. I am Johnny Pepper, and I'm joined by...
I'm Punky Pie.
Hi, Punky Pie.
Hello. And
Are you doing all right today?
I am. This is my second game on the mic, game 9. And we have Clowntown Roller Derby versus Uinta Roller Derby.
Absolutely, and representing Uinta Roller Derby, we've got 000 Booty Queen, number 1 Sanctum, number 106 Annie Chokley, number 13 Soccer Blue, number 177 Slam Vimes, number 1864 Con, number 2113 Pearl of the Scars, number 22 Off the Rails, number 223 Valerie Vixen, number 314 Bip, number 369 Spider Monk, number 39 Who, number 626 Witch Slapped, number 70 that's Chevelle Bob, number 81 Husky, and they're coached by Storm, Stringray, and Reverend Paynard. That is Uinta Roller Derby.
All right, and representing Clowntown, we have 03 Wombozo, 202 Freight Train, 22 Mimi Mahler, 27 Bratzo the Clown, 34 Whoop Whoop, number 5 Hurricane Heather, 616 Antifa, 623 Holly Hood, 667 Motorhead, 669 Shaggy Two Skates, 714 Hee Hee's Assistant, 814 Lemon, 824 Venus Vendetta, 918 Chuckleberry Gin, and 95 Hee Hee.
Oh yeah, and also we're going to give some official love. Fickle Bitch, Ginger Ninja, Griff, Loki Loki, Nerdy Little Secret, Velma Deckley, Sweet and Sour Candy, Hyperlinks, Serious Hurts,
Fighting Girlfriend,
woohoo,
Rivendell, Whoopsie Daisy, Sushi, Rough Draft, Miss Murder, Thunder Down Under, and Dak in a Box.
And that are your officials for this game. That's about to start in about 20 seconds. We saw both of these 2 teams yesterday. This is day 2 of Monsoon Madness. This is game number 9, starting off on time at 2 o'clock. Love the person that made this schedule. We're also joined by our ultra cool producer, Vampira. Thank you so much.
Yeah. Fun fact, home team co-captain.
Oh, that's why. Okay, I get it.
All right, we have 2 teams on the track and 5-second call.
Looks like Spider Monk and Freight Train. Spider Monk jamming for Uinta. Freight Train jammer record for Clowntown in jam number 1 of game number 9.
And Freight Train picking up lead for Clowntown. Spider Monk still fighting behind a few of Clowntown's blockers, finding that tiny sliver of space on the inside to complete that initial.
He's assistant with that first jammer takeout. Those are so funny. You got to do the names because I want to say plumber so bad, but he's assistant, you know. So that jam's going to get called. 4 points to Clowntown. Thanks to Sweet Feet for bringing us some awesome, yummy unicorns.
They're delicious.
Absolutely.
Appreciate
Thank you, brother.
Keeping the energy up.
Thanks to Quadzilla for keeping me up past midnight last night.
He's looking around like, who?
Right?
All right, well, that's Bratzo the Clown picking up a quick lead for Clowntown.
That was super quick. Valerie Vixen, the jammer record for Uinta, working hard on that wall of red at the front of the pack. That pack's going to get spread out. without a couple of bridges, they're going to have to let go.
And Bratzo the Clown with a quick feed on the inside and calls that jam. And I just love that Derby name. I resonate with that deeply.
I love all Derby names, even the plain ones.
They all are good.
Absolutely. Also love everybody out there in the Twitch chat. Go ahead and interact with us. We'll be looking at it from time to time. Maybe even give you a shout out. Ginger Ninja broke out the extra high platforms for this game.
They're so good. All right, and there we go. Soccer Blue picking up a lead for Uinta Madness for the first time in this game, playing 2 games back-to-back. Wild.
Yes.
And Wombozo is also out, now scoring eligible.
You know, I used to feel sorry for announcers that had to call back-to-back games, but then I see skaters do back-to-back games, and I'm like, you ain't got nothing to say, Johnny. Just be quiet.
Yeah. All right, and that was a quick call off, 4 points on the board. Now 8-4 game.
That puts Uinta on the board. The score is 8-4 with 27 minutes left to go in this first half.
Keep having to stop myself from eating the unicorn gummies because then I can't
unicorn
talk.
Gummies are so good. Do you like the cotton candy ones? That's the one in your hand.
Well, I guess we'll find out. I don't think I've had one yet. But we have Freight Train on the line for Clown Town, as well as who? For Uinta Madness. Ooh, and a beautiful spin on a toe stop, keeping Freight Train in to pick up lead jammer. Clown Town blockers are really giving Who a hard time in the back, who takes off the star and passes that to the pivot. Khan.
I want to say that's Khan. Absolutely. Freight Train putting 4 points in the pocket, looking to get a little more. Khan takes a jammer kiss to the outfield and forced to recycle.
Ooh, a big fall down with the whole pack, but Freight Train sneaks through unscathed, and Khan, one more blocker to be able to pick up some points.
Khan does to get clear on the initial and now looking to score some points.
Some great offensive help by Lemon there at the end of Freight Train's last scoring pass. And Khan is looking to see if he can get some more points on the board for Uinta. Freight Train just barrels right through and continues her laps.
16 points in the pocket, looking to get a little more. Still 25 seconds left to go in this jam should Freight Train decide to use them. A little derby kiss there to the infield. Recycles all the way back to the Arizona Lab jam line.
All right, looks like we had some penalty calls at the end of that jam. Full 2 minutes, 18 for Clown Town and 2 for Uinta.
And I was just going to talk about how these two teams are playing relatively penalty-free. We had 3 jams with no penalties. Nobody went to the 187 Killer Pets penalty box.
Now
and then we
one
had
from
2.
each team.
And then we had 2 in one. 18 points on that jam for Freight Train. 26-6 with 24 minutes left to go in this first half.
And this is our first time seeing Chevelle Bob wearing the star for Uinta Madness, and another showing from Bratzo the Clown, who picks up lead.
Chevelle Bob did a lot of work with Utah in that game last night, if you remember, or if you were here,
I was working.
or if you were watching on the stream.
Unfortunately, I can't watch a stream while I work. I wish I could. I try when I can.
My granddaughter's watching on the stream and she can't understand anything. She just
Well, yeah, she doesn't have a
She just
job.
know Papa's talking to her.
All
Love you,
right.
Harley Grace.
Looks like Chevelle Bob is through on that initial, and Bratzo picking up 4 more points. Oh, and is Uinta. Thanks, guys.
Are you getting some good stuff?
Yeah, the chat was letting us know that it's Uinta.
Oh, cool.
All right, well, that is Chevelle Bob in the front for Uinta, pushing against the last blocker to beat Mimi Mahler, who's been doing great work so far this weekend, but is able to push out and continue their lap. And looks like we have Bratzo the Clown is released from the penalty box, rejoining the jam with 20 seconds left.
Uh-oh, another penalty on Bratzo the Clown. And 4 whistles going to rain down and bring that jam to a close. 9 points to Clowntown. 4 points to the Madness with 22 minutes left to go in this first half, 35-13.
So Uinta is going to have a power start for this next jam, but they do have a pivot in the box, and Clowntown has a full set of blockers just waiting on their jammer.
Spider Monk in this power start situation. But that 3 wall at the front of the pack is stingy.
Lightning doing some great line coverage.
Hee hee. Right?
I didn't realize that's what it was.
Yes. It's hee hee lightning.
So good.
They did that just to mess us up, you know?
Right.
Exactly.
All right, well, Bratzo the Clown re-enters the track from the penalty box and quickly finishes that initial pass now. Spider Monk still looking to score some points, and looks like they have picked up a penalty while they were looking for some time from I lost my words, I don't know. But Bratzo the Clown is continuing their scoring pass and has a minute left in this power jam.
So this will be a full 2-minute jam. I
Yep.
believe it's the first one of the game.
I think our second.
Did we have one already? Right.
All right, well, we now have a clear box as Spider Monk re-enters the track, looking for some offensive help, but Clowntown blockers are holding it down in the back of the pack. The speed of this game is so impressive.
Absolutely. No stroller derby here at Monsoon Madness. We're doing fast. And that jam comes to a close. Clowntown picks up 16 points in that jam. Uinta picks up 4, bringing their total up to 17. And we're going to have an official review called. This official review is brought to you by 888. XL helmets don't belong on small size heads. The certified sweat saver, better fit, safer fit. Revolutionizing roller derby safety with cutting edge technology and unrivaled designs. Stay protected with 888. Also, by our good friend sponsoring the penalty box, 187. Often imitated, never duplicated, stick with the best. Worn by the most pros in the world. If you skate, you know why. 187 killer pads, industrial strength materials, unmatched ergonomic design, and unparalleled excellence. That is 187 killer pads. Also by our good friends at Tiffany and Bosco, proud sponsor of Arizona Roller Derby. Trial lawyer Will Fishback and his pack of all-star attorneys will deliver a grand slam to any courtroom bout and send their adversaries home with rink rash. For more information, find them at tblaw.com. Also, the pivot line sponsor is Clover Cup 25. Get ready for the most epic roller derby event of the year. Clover Cup 25, hosted by the Dallas Derby Devils and yours truly, is right around the corner. Join us as we celebrate 2 decades of derby excellence, marking the Dallas Derby Devils' 20th anniversary since their founding in November of 2004. You don't want to miss this electrifying showdown featuring top WFTDA, MRDA, and JRDA teams from around the world battling it out on the track. For more information, visit www.clovercup.com. See you there at Clover Cup 25. I'll be there.
Yeah, you kind of have to.
Yeah, I kind of have to. But I love doing that tournament.
I have never been, but it does look very fun.
You should come down to Texas. We'd love to have you down there. I bet you could skate for a couple teams down there too.
That would be lots of fun.
Call Diamond. I'll put in a good word for you.
Yes,
You could skate with the diaspora.
that's true.
Yes, you could.
I had to return Barbie her diaspora jersey that she borrowed, or that I borrowed from her at RollerCon.
I got to call a little bit with Barbie yesterday. That was fun.
Fun.
But those platform boots that Chichen Ninja has, oh my.
All right, we have a shout out in the chat from Undead Tot. They're saying, "Go Lemon and Heather." Oh, I hadn't seen the stream or cute little headshots on there.
Right? That's to let them know who they're listening to. You know, because some people just put it on their TV and walk around the house and just listen.
Right.
So if you are doing that, it's 51-17 with 19:53 left to go. We are under an official review, and as soon as we get that skinny, we'll let you know. I imagine the Madness was asking for something to be overturned. No, it's Clowntown that called for the official review, and it looks like they got a plus sign. So whatever they were asking for got done.
That's always a great feeling when you're able to win an official review.
I love seeing that plus sign up there. And I want to know what's next, because that plus sign is going to stay up there if you do another official review. What does that sign morph into? That's what I want to know. If y'all know out there in the Twitch, please call me and tell me. Uh-oh.
Well,
Everybody takes off just a little bit early.
everybody's just so excited. Wants to play roller derby.
Everybody wants to play roller derby.
All right. Well, that official review was in Clowntown
Silly
favor.
clowns. Them silly clowns always clowning around.
And they're just clowning around and getting that power jam.
Okay, who do we have on the line there, Bucky?
Ooh, we have Wombozo picking up the lead for Clowntown.
Spider Monk set in the box, so I guess that's what that official review was about, was to put Spider Monk in the box.
Yeah.
That 187 killer pad penalty box, I might add.
Some great communication between Clowntown teammates so that Wombozo does not have to recycle behind the blocker that hit him out and able to pick up points and keep going.
They might be a satellite team, but all these skaters have skated together before, and that really, really helps with your communication.
Definitely.
And as you all know, communication is a key to success, or one of them.
All right, just as Spider-Man completes that initial pass, Wombozo calls it off and bring it to a 6-0 jam in favor of Clowntown.
Still got 18 minutes left to go in this first half.
All right, we got another shout out for Uinta saying, "Come on, Uinta, stay together. You got this." From Salamander Pop.
It's not out of hand. They can go chipping away at that lead.
There's still plenty of time left.
Absolutely. A ton of time left on the clock.
All right, we got Valkyrie Vixen jamming for Uinta against Freight Train, who picks up lead for Clowntown. Some great track awareness happening. With Clowntown bridging out and Freight Train coming around to score some points.
Valkyrie Vixen clear. Hollywood going to go to that penalty box, take a break from that awesome defense. As that jam comes to a close, 4 points awarded to Clowntown, no points for the Madness.
I really need Hee and Hee-Hee's assistant to be out in a jam together. So Clowntown, if you can hear me and make that happen, that'd be great.
Just like that, Soccer Blue jumps out front and grabs lead jammer status. Exactly what the Madness need. Bratzo the Clown clear on the initial. Soccer Blue says, let's run it. Soccer Blue takes those 4 points and calls it off. 61-21 with 17 minutes left to go in the first half.
All right, Clowntown still has one in the box. There's last minute switch out, but we have 3 on the track and four blockers for Uinta.
Jam number 10 underway of this first half. Chevelle Bob wearing that star for the Madness. Wambubzo. Jammer record for Clowntown. Both jammers take derby kisses. Wambozo goes to the infield. Chevelle Bob to the outfield. Go ahead.
He was looking to give some offensive help to Wambozo and now back into the defense. And it looks like it helped as Wambozo picks up lead jammer.
Ooh.
Again, he clearing the inside line right as Wambozo comes up, picking up 4 points and bringing us to 65-21.
With a little under 16 minutes left to go in this first half. I want to talk about our good friends over at Rehab Lab Arizona. Whether you're struggling with pain or looking to enhance your athletic performance, you need a doctor who cares about your goals and will treat you the way you want to be treated. Dr. Ben uses his wide range of skills to help weekend warriors and pro athletes alike move better. Rehab Line Arizona. Freight Train jumps out and grabs lead jammer status. Who? The jammer on record for the Madness.
I just love the spin with the arms behind the back, commitment to showing there are no forearms involved.
There are no forearms involved. You know, when Freight Train was becoming Freight Train got a lot of forearms. And so that morphed into that. I've been blessed to watch that all the way through their career.
It makes a lot of sense. You got to figure out how to make it work. And that they do, picking up 4 points. And again, holding Uinta scoreless.
(69-21) with 14:42 left to go on the clock. If you're playing along at home, please hydrate. Hydrate or die, like it says on our wristbands. That's how important it is.
It is always funny to see everyone else's reactions to visiting the desert because this heat
Right.
is very oppressive.
Yeah, that's different out here. It really, really is.
All right, looks like we have a jam called for skater down, so we're just going to give it a second and make sure everything's okay.
Y'all can make some noise for Venus. Thank you to our medics. EVET provides high school and adult students with the advanced skills and training needed to thrive in today's competitive job market. Get career training at evet.edu. I think they need to take some English classes. But that is our medic sponsor. Also want to give a shout out to Eegees. Take it easy, have an Eegees this month. Flavor is Monsoon. I told it was a purple bluish, which would match Tchaikovsky's hair.
Ooh,
So
lovely.
go buy Eegees and get you one of those and cool off. Also, want to give a good shout out to our friends at Papa Joe. Check them out at papajoe.com or enter our raffle to win your very own Papa Joe skate bag. Who's on the line there, Punky?
All right, we have Bratzo the Clown against Spider-Monk. Bratzo picking up lead jammer as Spider-Monk continues to fight through the pack and able to avoid a cut call by recycling for Uinta. We're going to get it by the end of this game. We'll figure out how to say it. And there's Bratzo getting some offensive help from Mimi, able to hop over the inside, pick up 4 points.
A lot of people in the chat talking about how to pronounce Uinta. Just so you know, that's a mountain range in Utah, and that's where they are from. So yeah, we have done just a little bit of research on that. Thank you so much. We still got 12 minutes and 30 seconds left to go in this first half. And jam number 14 starts right now.
Well, Bozo thought they had an opening on the inside line, but went out and recycled all the way back, but able to pick up speed and break through, pick up lead as Valkyrie Vixen is stuck behind Hee and some of the other Clowntown blockers, but able to complete that initial. And Wombozo sneaks around the outside to pick up 4 points, making sure the refs knew that he was calling it off.
I think he was just showing off, dancing backwards on the toe stops is what I was thinking. You know how them clowns are.
Truly, clowning around, if you will.
I want to talk about our good friends at the RDOA. RDOA is an unaffiliated association of roller derby officials, skating officials, and non-skating officials from all rule sets. For more information, join the RDOA at the Facebook group to get connected. Soccer Blue wearing the star for the Madness Freight Train to jam a record for Clowntown as we start jam number 15 with 11 minutes left to go on the clock in the first half.
And now is a great time to put Soccer Blue out, who had such a great last game. Oh, big hit from Motorhead, but able to continue their path. But Clowntown has been able to hold Uinta scoreless for the last 5 jams. So if we can shake up that momentum.
Freight Train transporting that star to the front of the pack, picking up another 4 points.
It's just like a random piece of glitter raining from the sky, and Thunder Down Under just caught it in hand and made sure that it was not an obstacle for any of the skaters.
Thank you, Thunder. We really do have some official love for our officials here, no doubt. That was an immaculate reception, is what we'll call that.
And it looks like we are going to be starting this next jam in a power start with the Uinta jammer receiving a late call. And now they have been held scoreless for 6 jams as Bratzo the Clown is looking to get lead and start racking up those points. And there is that lead establishment.
Meanwhile, that Clowntown defense is just super locking down. I want to call him out by name, but I want to call him the wrong name.
Yeah, that I definitely am having that issue. All right, and Jammer is now clear from the box and working on that initial scoring pass as Bratzo the Clown is hit to the outfield, trying to pick, and he decides to call it off.
Chuckleberry, Shaggy Two Skates, and Mimi Mahler. We can say Mimi Mahler.
No Mimi.
Yes. We need to come up with a clown name for Mimi.
I mean, Mimi's so cute.
We'll have to talk after this game so we can make sure we have a good one. Jam number 17 coming up. We got 8 minutes and 47 seconds left to go in this first half. Chevelle Bob's wearing the star for Uinta. Wambozo, jammer record for Clowntown. And Wambo goes around to the outside just like Eminem says and grabs lead jammer status. Chevelle Bob still working on that wall of red at the front of the pack. Chevelle Bob trying to get a little help from Khan. But those red shirts just swarm. We're going to lose one to the box.
Here comes Hee to give Wambozo some help on the scoring pass and pick up all 4 points and decide to call it.
8 minutes to go till halftime.
I'm getting my wish, but Hee and Hee's assistant take the track for Clowntown with Freight Train on the line.
Cool. He's assistant's been wrecking shop all game. And really all weekend.
Even with Clowntown having one in the box, this is still not a pack I would want to be up against.
No.
And Freight Train doing work in the front. Pick up lead jammer as Hee and Hee's assistant and Motorhead hold the
Gotta call out
jammer down in the back.
That defense from Witch Slapped. That was some awesome stuff right there.
Absolutely.
Along with Annie Chokley and Booty Queen. Got to give some blockers left.
Absolutely.
We talk about the jammers too much. Just say
It is an unfair advantage. They're just
But they
so
have the
much
stars
happening.
upon ours. Freight Train with 8 in the pocket, looking to get a little more. The Who with the super sneaky star stash.
And we now have Bip as the Uinta jammer.
But the Clowntown defense wasn't falling for it. Motorhead, Lemon, and He's assistant. Just locking down the back of that pack. Freight Train emerges with 4 more points.
And Bip able to sneak past He's assistant and finish that initial pass. Lots of offensive help from Clowntown's blockers. And Freight Train calls it off as Who thanks their lucky stars.
I like that look on Freight Train's face as they called it off too. That was pretty cool. 15 points for Freight Train on that jam. 112-21 with 5.5 minutes left to go in the first half. What did Vampira give you?
We have a very sweet shout out from Rev 4062 for my daughter Sushi, best official in the world. So shout out for Sushi from Sushi's mom.
Sushi's mom's watching.
Or Sushi's parent, they didn't specify.
Okay. Parental units.
Yeah.
Thank you so much for watching Roller Derby. And we kind of like Sushi too.
Right? Thanks for supporting our officials.
Absolutely.
They're so important.
And the referee, Sushi.
All right, looks like Chuckleberry Gin picking up a penalty and heading to the 187 penalty box as that jam ends. 4-0 in favor of Clowntown. Aw, it's Sushi's Derby mom.
Little under 5 minutes left to go. We're going to have a timeout on the floor. I want to give another shout out to the RDOA. The RDOA is an unaffiliated association of roller derby officials, skating officials, and non-skating officials from all rule sets affectionately known as the herd, fostering a culture of inclusion, professionalism, and learning. Join the RDOA Facebook group to get connected. I should say the meta group, right? Because Facebook is no longer a thing. Also want to talk about our good friends at Element. Stay salty, drink Element. Try some here at Monsoon Madness. To find yours at drinkelement.com. Also want to give some love to all our vendors out there, including Oh My Quad, Rattlesnake Romance Tattoo, Body Breakdown, All Heart Training, Fine Aligned, all our good friends over there in Vendor Village. And Out From Under the Bed podcast.
Yeah.
Get on over there and talk to the Boogeyman and Master Sedator. You too might be on a podcast. The fastest growing roller derby podcast, I might add.
All right, as we head into Jam 20, we have Wombozo on the line for Clowntown and Valkyrie Vixen for Uinta Madness. And Valkyrie Vixen is pushing up the front, looking to pick up lead, which would be, that is exactly what Uinta needs at this time, as they have been held scoreless for the last 10 jams. All right. And Valkyrie Vixen is able to sneak by on the inside and pick up all 4 points before calling that jam.
That's exactly what the Madness needs to do, is just chip away at that Clowntown lead. We got a little under 4 minutes until halftime. They can get together and talk about what they're seeing out there and hopefully turn it around in the second half.
Absolutely.
I'm here for that.
We have another shout out from Nikki Pooh had one that says, another proud mom moment for who? Coolest ever.
Nice. Soccer Blue wearing the star for you. And Freight Train, Jammer wrecking for Clowntown. Freight Train grabs lead, Jammer status.
Soccer Blue still looking to complete that initial pass as Freight Train comes through for 4 points and continues.
He's assistants are just playing awesome defense out there.
Oh, we have Hee and He's assistant back together. Quite a pair.
Meanwhile, Freight Train with 8 points in the pocket, looking to get a little more.
And just as they're able to complete a star pass, Freight Train decides to call it off.
I think Booty Queen's going to go out and ask for an official review. We'll find out in just a second. If not, we'll start Jam 22 in a little bit, but Johnny Pepper is correct because Booty Queen did go out there and ask for an official review. We'll find out what the skinny is, and we'll let you know just as soon as we know. Okay, Out From Under the Bed podcast with the Boogeyman is an interview-based podcast featuring the stories of the athletes who participate in this glorious gladiator sport of roller derby. The Boogeyman and Master Sedator are a roller derby vert skating duo that are dedicated to our quest in delivering an oral history of this sport called roller derby. You can hear these fine programs wherever you get your podcasts. You can follow them on Instagram at Out From Under the Bed. That's Out From Under the Bed podcast. I recommend the episode with Johnny Pepper if you just want to get started in there.
There's also a Punky Pie episode.
You've been on there too?
I have.
You're derby famous.
Oh, no.
Also, our good friends over at Find a Line, massage and movement for your structure. Morgan is a massage therapist offering stretching and massage for $2 a minute. Add your name to the sign-up sheet for all 3 days of this tournament. Also, our good friends over at Rattlesnake Romance Tattoo. Located in Phoenix, Arizona. They are on site doing flash tattoos all weekend. McGasklin Rose and Luke Goodell are over there doing that flash work. So you can come on down and get you a tattoo and say that I got poked at Monsoon Madness 24. Get you some ink therapy. Also by my good friend Blue over there at Body Breakdown. You better get in there now because I think Blue might be already booked up for all day tomorrow. But if you can't get you a massage session, you can also get some compression space pants, some Holt Key therapy, some hydration, and wellness products from Urban Apothecary, formerly Crybaby Wellness. And I highly recommend all those products. This official review is over, and I see that the dot has disappeared, so they didn't get what they were asking for.
Well, you still have the one, which is
Right?
a win in and of itself. And Bratzo the Clown is, again, lead jammer for Clowntown.
Chevelle Bob wearing that star for Uinta. But runs up on the back of He's assistants, and that is not a person you want to skate around right now.
Absolutely not. But Bratzo the Clown is on another scoring pass as Chevelle Bob is still looking to finish that initial up against He's assistant and Shaggy Two Skates right now.
Awesome job.
And I believe this is actually Clowntown's first WFTDA rule set competition.
I think you are correct. As Bratzo takes another 4 points to go along with the 4 in the pocket, making 8 points so far in this jam.
And Antifa picking up a penalty and heading to the 187 penalty box as Bratzo the Clown just continues lapping and is now at 12 points this jam, but Unita at picking up 4.
Jam clock says 18. Period clock says 43. Bratzo does have lead, so this is going to go as long as Bratzo said so, or until an official calls it off.
Beautiful offensive read by Mimi and Shaggy Two Skates there to get some quick points at the end of that jam.
Well, we're either going to have a timeout or we're going to go to halftime.
We will see.
We're going to find out in about 15 seconds. I see Grimace walking out there, though. And that's not going to happen, so that's going to take us to halftime. Go ahead and fill up your snacky snack bowls. Make sure you stay hydrated. Hydrate or die, like it says on our wristbands. I am Johnny Pepper.
I'm Punky Pie.
And we'll see you in about 14 minutes. Wishing you peace, love, and roller derby.
Artlist.io. Music licensing reimagined. Artlist.io. Music licensing reimagined. Artlist.io. Music licensing reimagined. Artlist.io.
Did you know that your head is not normal? No one's is. Head shapes are as unique as fingerprints, so choosing a helmet that's custom to you is the best way to keep you safe while playing derby. A lot of us have spent most of our derby careers wearing a helmet that's the same size shell, whether you're a size small, medium, large, or extra large. One size fits all doesn't work for our feet, and it definitely doesn't work for your head. Roller derby helmets are designed to absorb and disperse the force of impact using EPS foam, which is scientifically designed to fit close to your head, allowing it to protect your head by crumpling or compressing upon impact. So here's the thing. If your helmet size is a small, but you're wearing the same shell size as your teammate who's an XL, not only does it look kind of funny, the functionality of the EPS foam and how it disperses impact energy is compromised. So no matter how much foam you stuff into your helmet to make it stay put, you're more at risk for head injuries, putting you at risk.
The 888 certified Sweat Saver comes in better shell size options than our leading competitor,
giving you the highest level of protection upon impact.
Music licensing reimagined. Artlist.io. Music licensing reimagined. Artlist.io. Music license. Artlist.io. Music licensing reimagined.
Did you know that your head is not normal? No one's is. Head shapes are as unique as fingerprints, so choosing a helmet that's custom to you is the best way to keep you safe while playing derby. A lot of us have spent most of our derby careers wearing a helmet that's the same size shell, whether you're a size small, medium, large, or extra large. One size fits all doesn't work for our feet, and it definitely doesn't work for your head. Roller derby helmets are designed to absorb and disperse the force of impact using EPS foam, which is scientifically designed to fit close to your head, allowing it to protect your head by crumpling or compressing upon impact. So here's the thing. If your helmet size is a small, but you're wearing the same shell size as your teammate who's an XL, not only does it look kind of funny, the functionality of the EPS foam and how it disperses impact energy is compromised. So no matter how much foam you stuff into your helmet to make it stay put, you're more at risk for head injuries, putting you at risk.
The 888 certified Sweat Saver comes in better shell size options than our leading competitor,
Giving you the highest level of protection upon impact.
Music licensing reimagined. Artlist.io. Music license. Artlist.io. Music licensing reimagined. Artlist.io. Music licensing reimagined.
Did you know that your head is not normal? No one's is. Head shapes are as unique as fingerprints, so choosing a helmet that's custom to you is the best way to keep you safe while playing derby. A lot of us have spent most of our derby careers wearing a helmet that's the same size shell, whether you're a size small, medium, large, or extra large. One size fits all doesn't work for our feet, and it definitely doesn't work for your head. Roller derby helmets are designed to absorb and disperse the force of impact using EPS foam, which is scientifically designed to fit close to your head, allowing it to protect your head by crumpling or compressing upon impact. So here's the thing. If your helmet size is a small, but you're wearing the same shell size as your teammate who's an XL, not only does it look kind of funny, the functionality of the EPS foam and how it disperses impact energy is compromised. So no matter how much foam you stuff into your helmet to make it stay put, you're more at risk for head injuries, putting you at risk.
The 888 certified Sweat Saver comes in better shell size options than our leading competitor,
Giving you the highest level of protection upon impact.
Artlist.io. Music licensing reimagined.
Yes, I am into roller derby. Right?
Terrifying.
We're kind of live now? Oh, wow. We are live now.
All right, we got about 90 seconds till Derby.
I'm going to go ahead and put my headphones on. As the score stands right now, 141 to Clowntown, 33 to Uinta. The madness from the great state of Utah. You want to talk about that first half and some things?
Yeah, we have some stats from what these skaters are doing in the first half. Freight Train was the jammer with the most successful lead percentage with 7 lead jams, as well as Bratzo the Clown and Wombozo doing some work for their team. And then for Uinta, it is Soccer Blue who has the most lead jams for the team, which I think is very impressive since this is 2 games back-to-back for Soccer Blue.
I like watching Soccer Blue skate. Very, very powerful.
Definitely. Oh, it looks like we have a cute little official selfie happening at the penalty box for this game. We'll gotta get a team photo for the officials crew.
There's some official love over there. And stick around right after this game. We got some special stuff happening. I don't want to give too much away, but you don't want to go anywhere right after this game.
And just a few more stats from
Keep it quiet for the surprise.
What could it be?
Who could it be?
But in the first half, there were only 4 jams where Clowntown was not lead, which I think is pretty impressive.
The Ginger Ninja, the most stylish jam timer in the whole wide world, and the highest platform boots,
I love a commitment to an aesthetic.
is getting ready to start us off in the second half.
And with that whistle, the second half of this game is off. We have clear penalty box as Freight Train pushes up front for Clowntown, picking up lead. And Mimi draws back Spider Monk.
Long drawback to Spider Monk all the way to the Clover Cup pivot line. Spider Monk does get through and clear on the initial. Freight Train right behind. We got a jammer race back to the pack. Freight Train with 4 points in the pocket. Spider Monk just clear on the initial.
Ooh, and able to sneak by on the outside as Freight Train clears the pack as well. And so it's going to be an 8-4 jam. Favor of Clowntown.
Freight Train just taking those points and calling it. Only a minute into the second half, jam number 1. Want to give a shout out to all our photographers in the venue today. Thank you for all you do.
Looks like there is some jostling for a spot on the line, but he tries to stop Valkyrie Vixen from picking up lead, and it's unsuccessful.
There's no stopping Valkyrie Vixen.
And Bratzo the Clown has star in hand, looking to complete that initial, while Valkyrie comes up to score some points for Uinta Madness. Bratzo is now scoring eligible, looking to put that star back on the helmet as Valkyrie looks to the bench to call off the jam, but is a little too late, and Bratzo is still able to pick up all 4 points.
That's a 4-4 wash. I want to talk about our good friends over at All Heart Training, where mindfulness meets movement. Joshua Pollock is an NASM certified personal trainer at All Heart Training. They take a holistic approach to training, always with empathy at heart. For more information, go to allheart.training on Instagram.
And Soccer Blue is looking to pick up lead one blocker to beat, and there it is, lead jammer for Uinta Madness. And Wombozo has the star off, looking to complete that initial pass, and unfortunately, the helmet cover has hit the track. Ooh, Soccer Blue just picks up 4 points, basically untouched in the helmet cover.
Did you see that star pass? Behind the back, super sneaky star pass.
I love that.
Hurricane Heather, now the jammer record for Clowntown.
Who able to sneak out 1 point before the call.
Nice.
And that's going to be a 7-1 jam in favor of Uinta Madness. We have another shout out from Mom Bomb 3, sending love from Texas to Clowntown, especially my baby boy Wombozo.
And you know I want to send a bunch of love back out to Texas, you know. It's the Lone Star State. Chevelle Bob wearing the star for the Madness. Hollywood, jammer record for Clowntown. Hollywood taking a break from that awesome defense to wear the star.
And we got Freight Train wearing the pivot stripe for Clowntown right now. Getting some blocking time in. And Clowntown blockers are doing a great job of holding Chevelle Bob back. Pivot Bip was looking to give some offensive help, but went up to help that defense. Still have no established lead 40 seconds into this jam.
Annie Chokley, Witch Slap, and Booty Queen playing that awesome defense for the Madness at the front of the pack. Hollywood does get out though. Grabs lead jammer status. And we've got a star pass now. Bip the jammer record for the Madness.
Nice whip there to help Hollywood out of the pack, and that looks like it's going to be an 8-0 jam.
Still got 25 minutes left to go in this contest. Quick shout out to all our friends over at Oh My Quad, your only skate shop in Northern Arizona that specializes in all things roller skates and accessories. Run by Halloween and Joya Destroya. They have over 15 years of skating experience. That is Oh My Quad. Who? The jammer record for the Madness going up against Bratzo the Clown. Bratzo grabs lead jammer status at turn 1.5.
Who is fighting up at the Clover Cup 2025 pivot line, knocked in the inside and looking to take another path as Bratzo the Clown is looking to pick up some points.
That Clowntown defense at the back of the pack is just relentless. Lemon and Hee Hee.
And who is looking for that pass, maybe trying to get it to Khan, and there goes. Woo. Woo. Khan takes the spill and able to pop right back up as Bratzo the Clown is just going lap for lap, but there's Hee Hee with the hit out.
Hee Hee got the wrath of Khan.
He and Motorhead have been quite a successful blocker pair throughout
That
this
ain't
game.
no doubt. And you throw Motorhead into the mix and you just got a 3-wall that you don't want to skate through. Oh my. That pack starts to get a little bit spread out.
And there goes Khan to the infield as Clowntown runs him all the way back to the top of the curve, and Bratzo the Clown finding some clearance in the middle, looks to the bench and is like, should I keep going?
We got a forearm call. Motorhead's going to take a break from that awesome defense and go set in the 187 killer pad penalty box. And I'm not sure if that was called off or expired, but that jam's over with nonetheless.
I think that was a time.
Brazzo picking up 24 points in that jam. Wow.
I think that is our highest scoring jam of the game so far, getting a confirmation from our stats manager.
Our awesome producer, Vampira, saying, yes, you are correct. Who do we got on the line now, Pucky?
All right, we got Freight Train back in the jammer cover for Clown Town and Spider Monk for Uinta. And there goes that lead call for Freight Train. Spider Monk looking to, got hit to the out and able to complete a no pass, no penalty. But Mimi says no and gets that drawback. And Freight Train just barreling down the center, picking up 4 points and looking to complete that second scoring pass.
I just got a fun fact off the Twitch. Con is whose dad?
Aw, that's so sweet.
Daddy, daughter playing roller derby together. That's so cool.
Is it this chair? Yeah. It's a rocking chair. What, Rocket Man is facing?
You know, I bring my chair with me everywhere I go. Yeah. That jam's going to come to an end, but not before Clown Town picking up 7 points. Jam number 7 of the second half coming up.
All right, looks like we got Wombozo against Valkyrie Vixen going into this jam. Both jammers looking to take the outside, but Wombozo finds that opening and gets lead jammer status as Valkyrie Vixen is looking to complete her initial.
Pearl was fixing to lay that head down, and that back was just not thin enough to do it. Wombozo's did get through, though, picking up 4 points on that pass.
Oh, and looks like Valkyrie Vixen has picked up a cut track call, and so it is a power jam in favor of Clown Town.
A power jam. Power jam. Power jam.
We do have a shout out in the chat for Lightning, who this game is skating as number 95. Doing
I
great
like
work.
Lightning.
Absolutely. Amazing job on the track. So shout out to number 95.
And he's assistant. Oh, we got official timeout, and this official timeout is brought to you by Oh My Quad. Oh My Quad Skate Shop is your only skate shop in Northern Arizona that specializes in all things roller skates and accessories. They are on site, so if you need any work done today, go on over there and see Halloween and Joy Destroya. They have over 15 years of skating experience, and they want to help you out. That is Oh My Quad. And not just skates, they got some other stuff over there. Go check them out. Tell them Johnny Pepper sent you. You'll get a nice 0% discount on all your purchases today only. But you'll drop my name and they'll say, oh, you know somebody that's calling announcers and saying our commercials. Thank you so much. I want to thank Jax DeWin for coming out and being my +1 this weekend, bringing me Dr. Pepper and stuff. Thank you so much. Now you can go back and watch it and say Johnny Pepper gave me a shout out during the game at 1936. Clown Town with 2 full buckets and a drop left over. I love that lion. Are we breaking out little animals now? Because you know I got a whole backpack over there full of stuff.
It's my good luck charm that you can get at one of our vendors. All Heart Training.
I'll go ahead and do a commercial for our Heart Training. That is Joshua Pollock. It's an NASM certified personal trainer at All Heart Training. They take a holistic approach to training, always with empathy at heart. They're offering in-person, hybrid, and remote coaching. www.allhearttraining or on Instagram at allheart.training. It's on the gram. Also, there's a concession stand over there by the front door. Go visit them people over there. Tell them Johnny Pepper said hi. Get you some yummy, yummy refreshments. Because you know, you got to stay hydrated or die. That's what it says on our bracelets. That's how important it is to stay hydrated here in Mesa, Arizona. Also want to thank the good folks at Arizona Athletic Grams, formerly known as Legacy Park, the very best venue in the whole wide world. Thank you for having such a fine facility to play roller derby in. Also want to give a shout out to my granddaughter who's watching from home in Texas. Hey, Harley Grace. Pawpaw Pepper's going to take another week off, though. I got to go to Michigan and call some more roller derby. But I'll be home just as quick as I can. I can't wait to kiss your chubby little cheeks. Right? I got lots of information to call on. Thanks to our Uber producer, Vampire, and now we have some music for this official timeout running into the 3.5 minute mark. If you feel like the camera is looking at you, it probably is. You might want to give it a little wave. Especially all our skaters on the track. Because everybody loves a dance party.
So you're watching this and doing that, or no?
Yes.
Because you're multitasking?
That's the live Twitch and the chat. And so people will come on and say, hey, you know, like,
I like this one
cons.
says no dance parties. They need to have a dance party during timeouts.
Right? Exactly.
Aw, that's sweet. You're doing great. Continue to slow them down.
Talk to me. No worries, man. I got you. Just to let you know, we're going to let you know what's going on in this official timeout in just a minute. We're going to have a meeting with the team captains and let them know what's going on. And then I will get the skinny and I will relay it to all y'all. Because I don't want you being in the dark. That's my job here, is to illuminate roller derby. Shine a fresh light on it so we all can enjoy this sport that we love. Meanwhile, with 19.5 minutes left to go in this contest, Clowntown at 2:01. Uinta, the Madness, with 48 points. You got something you want to say, Bunky?
No, I was doing something for MVP.
Oh, I'm cool with that. If y'all want to send us your vote for MVPs, we'll be glad to hear it. Gotcha.
All right, Bratzel the Clown is picking up lead for Clowntown. And we have a power start for Clowntown right now. Valkyrie Vixen standing in the box waiting to be released to join the action.
Just a little bit of information, I'll let you know on that last jam. The officials got together and called an egregious insubordination and expelled off the rails. Off the rails went off the rails just a little bit. So that's what that was all about. That is our second one of the tournament. Let's hope that's the last one of the tournament.
That would be good.
Yes, it would. We still got 18 and a half minutes left to go in this contest. Freight Train wearing the star for Clown Town going up against Sanctum.
Ooh. Soccer getting tripped up on own teammate.
That is Soccer Blue. They're freaking me out over here with this scoreboard shenanigans.
And Freight Train picking up lead, looking to put some points up as Soccer is trying to also see if she can get some points this jam. But Freight Train says no, just me. Scores her 4 and calls off the jam.
A little less than 18 minutes left to go until we have that super special thing that you want to stick around for after this game. That I can't wait to tell y'all about.
All right, we got Wombozo picking up a lead for Clown Town after getting some offensive help off the line from Hee Hee, who is now doing some offense, but Chevelle Bob is able to complete that initial pass.
Clown Town losing a blocker to the 187 Killer Pads penalty box. Uinta enjoying a pack advantage for the moment as those 4 whistles rain down and bring that jam to a close. 3 points to Clown Town. 2:16 to 48 with a little less than 17 minutes left to go. Do want to give a shout out to all our photographers and our videographers, including Hit Squad TV. In Squad we trust. The Ginger Ninja says we are underway. Jam 11 starts now. Hollywood Jammer record for Clown Town going up against who?
And looks like we have that father-daughter duo on the track with Who wearing the star and Khan wearing the stripe.
That's super cool. It would have been better if Khan would have helped his daughter get through that 2-wall. But I'm just saying.
Yeah, I can't imagine trying to play this sport with one of my parents.
When they go back and look at ladder, who's going to say, Dad, you could have helped me out. You weren't Bridget, and there was nothing for you to do but help me out.
And Who calls it off after getting hit to the outside by Mimi Mahler. And let's see what the point spread's going to be. Looks like a 3-0 jam in favor of Uinta.
Still got 15 and a half minutes left to go in the contest.
And that was the first jam this half that Clown Town was held scoreless.
That's what Uinta needs to do.
Yep.
Besides score 200 points.
You know, just a little something, something. All right, and that's Spider-Monk picking up lead for Uinta. And a pass to Hee Hee, who is now the jammer for Clown Town.
Hee Hee wearing the star. Well, that's fun to say.
All right, let's see. Spider-Monk is trying to pick up some points. Looks like Hee Hee was able to sneak one out as well. Ooh, 2 points for Hee Hee.
Just clowning around with the pivot star.
Right on the jammer line, we have Freight Train jamming for Clown Town against Valkyrie Vixen for Uinta. And Mimi does some offense off the line for Freight, getting her out for lead as Hee Hee's assistant hits Valkyrie Vixen to the outside, giving Clown Town's blockers enough time to get up to him.
Freight Train rolling across that Clover Cup pivot line with lead jammer status. Goes ahead and skates a lap and grabs 4 points and puts them in the pocket, bringing their total to 222.
He's assistant with another run back on Valkyrie Vixen. And this time, able to be picked up front by Mimi, and He's assistant meets Mimi there to again get that hold on Valkyrie Vixen as Freight Train is stuck behind Uinta's blocker wall. And Freight Train calls it off as she falls to the infield. Clowntown does have their pivot in the 187 penalty box. This is Mimi's first penalty of the game.
That infield sponsored by 888. XL helmets don't belong on size small heads. The certified sweat saver, better fit, safer fit. That is 888 NYC. Smooth. Juan Bozo wearing the star for Clowntown going up against Soccer Blue. Booty Queen with that derby kiss. But Wombo with that matrix moves gets in and gets up front. Soccer Blue does clear on the initial and is in pursuit.
Wombozo decides to play it safe, picking up 1 point before calling off the jam and holding Uinta scoreless.
Mimi Mahler looks so disappointed to get out of the box and not get to the pack in enough time to hit somebody. Clowntown having a little meeting at the Clover Cup pivot line. Moments before the jam started. Chevelle Bob wearing the star for Uinta, but Bratzo the Clown jumps out front and grabs lead jammer status.
Looks like Shaggy Two Skates has picked up a penalty for Clowntown as Bratzo the Clown comes around to score some points. And that was a quick 4, and looks like Chevelle Bob is looking to re-enter the track from the outside.
Antiva, Chuckleberry, Jen, and Holly Hood locking that defense down for the Clowntown at the front of the pack. Chevelle Bob pushing against that 2 wall. Antiva and Holly Hood. We got a forearm call on Antiva going to the 187 penalty box for the 30-second recess from that awesome defense.
And Shaggy Two Skates is out of the box and giving Bratzo the Clown some offensive help to get out on that next scoring pass.
Shaggy Two Skates. Nikki Love. Which reminds me, come to Roller Rage next year. That's going to be a fun tournament. Bratzo the Clown skating backwards decides to go ahead and call it off stylistically with a dozen points in the pocket. 239 to 52 with 10 minutes left to go in the bout.
All right, and we have Who jamming for Uinta and Wombozo for Clowntown.
See what happens when you don't get your daughter, you get moved to another wall.
Who was like, you can't
Yeah,
be my
I don't need
anymore.
my dad out there. I want my other team. I see you, Who. I see you.
All right, here comes Wombozo picking up a quick 4 points for Clowntown as Who continues to fight against the Clowntown wall.
Lots of love for this Uinta team coming all the way from Utah.
Beautiful edge work on that inside line, hopping through on a toe stop for that next scoring pass.
Wambozo putting in that work. Must have been hanging out at the lap.
All right, and it looks like we have had a star pass from Bick, or to Bick, who is now our jammer of record for Uinta.
Star pass, 4 whistles.
That's how it goes, but that was a 15-point jam in favor of Clowntown.
Nice jam for Wambozo. Still got 8 minutes left to go, and we got an official timeout. This official timeout is brought to you by Rehab Lab Arizona. Whether you're struggling with pain or looking to enhance your athletic performance, you need a doctor who cares about your goals and will treat you the way you want to be treated. Dr. Ben uses his whole wide range of skills to help weekend warriors and pro athletes alike move better, move stronger, heal faster. Go to Rehab Lab Arizona to book an appointment today. Tell them Johnny Pepper sent you. It's going to give me an opportunity to talk about one of my favorite tournaments of the year. It's Clover Cup. And Clover Cup 25, hosted by the Dallas Derby Devils, is right around the corner. Join us as we celebrate 2 decades of Derby excellence, marking the Dallas Derby Devils' 20th anniversary since their founding in November 24. For more information, go to clovercup.com. And I encourage all my announcer friends to apply. I'd like to have enough to have 2 teams. We'll see how it goes. Spider Monk, the jammer record for Uinta, going up against Shaggy Two Skates. Shaggy Two Skates taking a temporary break from playing that awesome defense.
Spider Monk now looking to score some points as Shaggy Two Skates comes up to the pack. Hitting the outside, but Spider Monk is continuing to play, so it looks like we're going to just run this jam.
Khan was there with the jammer takeout, and Shaggy Two Skates recycles to the back, looks for a little help, and gets it. But that Uinta defense just swarms. Still got 7 minutes left to go as that jam comes to an end. 6 points for Uinta, going up against 2 for Clowntown. Clock ticking down, under 7 minutes to go. We got Freight Train on the line going up against Valkyrie Vixen.
All right, He's assistant does some great offense for Freight Train and picks up lead as Valkyrie Vixen fights against Mimi and Bratzo the Clown. Valkyrie's able to complete that initial as Freight Train picks up 4 points and decides to call it off. 4-0 jam in favor of Clowntown.
Can't say enough about this Clowntown defense. They are totally locked down at the moment.
Yeah. They, despite not playing together regularly, you could not tell that.
You can't tell that by watching this game.
Crowd showing lots of love to Uinta jammer. I believe that is Soccer Blue on the line.
I believe you're correct.
And that's Hollywood for Clowntown.
Uinta is going to lose Khan to the 187 Killer Pads penalty box. I believe on a forearm penalty. Now we got a back block called on Soccer Blue. That's a power jam for Hollywood. Hollywood giving the motion to run it.
Eric, and almost finds clearance on the outside, but is hit to the out and now recycled back as Khan re-enters the track to join the rest of the Uinta's blockers.
Pearl of the Scars. Sanctum. Khan joins the fun on the Uinta defense. Slam Vines gets in there as well. Slam Vines with that jammer takeout.
And
Maybe a little bit too good going to the 187 penalty box for an infraction.
Well, it looks like our 187 box is getting a lot of action right now as Hollywood also goes to the box.
That wasn't wasted money there for 187. Nice.
And there goes Soccer Blue picking up 4 points for Uinta. Big hit to the outside to finish that jam as the clock runs out.
I want to talk about our good friends and our host league, Arizona Roller Derby, a nonprofit organization originally funded in 2003. It's the second oldest flat track league in the world. AZRD welcomes all genders, sexual orientations, races, and religions. Much of our success is an unequivocal outcome of the support of our sponsors, volunteers, and fans just like you. Not the first, but the best. That is Arizona Roller Derby.
And we have Antifa wearing the star for Clowntown. And Chevelle Bob for Uinta.
I wonder if Chevelle Bob does have a Chevelle.
Maybe it's not what he's always wanted.
I had one in my early days before I knew how to drive. That's why I don't have it no more.
All right, and Chevelle Bob is our lead jammer, coming back around to put some points up for Uinta. And there goes Antifa completing the initial pass, also eligible to score.
Gotta love Antifa's outfit, especially those orange pom-poms on the toes.
So good.
That just pulls it all together. Clowntown with the awesome skate short shirts with the jawbreaker pants. It's all good. So many teams, so little time.
Right. I know. It looks like we have had a star pass to Wombozo. And Chevelle Bob listens to the call from the bench to call off the jam. And I think it's going to be a 2-0. Yep, 2-0 jam.
Let's see if we can't manifest a 7-point jam. We got a timeout to do it. Everybody light a candle and burn some sage.
Ooh,
Also,
in the chat, Bob does have a Chevelle.
Thank you for letting us know that. Do you know what kind it is? Is it a cool one, like a 67 or a 71?
Nikki Poohead, let us know.
Maybe one of those 454 3-speeds. That would be really, really cool. Also, if you're a junior, age 8 to 17, that's interested in roller derby or roller skating, looking for an alternative sports experience for your child, join AZRD Juniors. Practices are held on Sundays in Mesa at the Broadway Rec Center. Visit ArizonaRollerDerby.com/juniors for more information. And also, if you're looking out here and you're saying, man, I really like to join that awesome group that is Arizona Roller Derby, we'll find a job for you. All you got to do is grab any skater and ask them. Tell them, I want to work for Arizona Roller Derby, and we will find something for you to do. I promise we will not turn you away.
Yes, there's so many different jobs that come together to make these events happen.
Absolutely. Also want to give some love to our AV club, bringing you this awesome stream for free all weekend on the Twitch. Thank you so much for what you do for Arizona Roller Derby and making my co-announcer and me look so spectacular. If that's a word I can use. I think so. Yeah, that's
The ejection.
just a little speculation among the announcer team that the refs do win every game this weekend. So be nice to all your referees and your skating officials and non-skating officials. They are volunteers. I like to give them a bunch of love. Seeing as how we're both on the undefeated team list. We're going to get the skinny for you in just a little bit. Was there any discussion about a helmet cover that might fall off? All right. I can tell you what the skinny is now. Uinta was looking for a track cut early on in the jam. The referees got together and discussed it. It was not enough information to overturn, so the no call will stand, and Uinta will lose their review.
Got about 90 seconds of derby left in this game. We'll see how many jams we get out of that. We have Who wearing the star for Uinta and Shaggy Two Skates for Clowntown. Shaggy gets some offensive help from Motorhead, and there's that lead jammer designation for Clowntown.
Just enough, I think.
And Hee-Hee's assistant holding a Who in the back as she comes up to Hee-Hee and Motorhead and Mimi.
Wow.
Not a wall that I'd want to be against.
Gotta say hee hee every time.
And there goes Shaggy Two Skates for 4 points for Clowntown. Continuing along as Who fights to finish that initial pass, and it looks like a star pass has been completed to Valkyrie Vixen, who is now fighting against Motorhead as Mimi Mahler gets sent to the penalty box.
Period clock winding down with 20 seconds left to go. Out of respect for a down skater, we're going to be quiet for a minute.
And it looks like that was another down skater call. I did not see a call off by the lead jam, so we'll just give our EVIT volunteers a second to assess the situation. That was the rolling whistle for the end of the game. So it is in favor of Clowntown.
Y'all can do it. I'm old. I'm going to play the old card and stay at the table. All right. Thank you for making some noise. Love our medics. Love all our volunteers. Love all our fans. Love all our officials. Love all our skaters. Stick around. We got a special presentation coming up. That's the one rolling whistle making this score official, 272-69. Clowntown prevails. Come on out trackside. Give your favorite skater a high five. Let them know they did a good job. And then stick around for a special, special presentation. Thank you so much. Love you.